Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me okay. This is my first time ever doing a YouTube live stream, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, whether you're here live or you're watching later. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. This is my first candlelight live stream. And if you want to fully engage tonight, I encourage you to have 3 things: a candle, or 30 like I do, a journal, and a beverage of choice. Very important. Let me know what your choice of beverage is tonight. I want to also use that to test the chat because I want to make sure I can see everything. So if you are here and you're able to chat, tell me what you're drinking. Coffee, good old water. Both great drinks. I have chamomile, vanilla, honey tea. I haven't tried it yet, so hopefully it's good. How could it not be? Okay, so if you have your candle, you have a journal or some way to write, because we will have some journaling prompts tonight. And it could be on your phone. It could be on your computer, wherever you write. And it's going to be about 45 minutes to an hour. It's hard for me to estimate because I haven't done this before, so that's the plan at least. I've really been working hard the last few months to build this community and to work on building a foundation for this community. So this is a really big step in doing that. So I'm excited about it. And the inspiration for creating this community is to really embody the values of creativity, peace, authenticity, growth, and connection. We are in a very chaotic, loud world. So my goal with this community is just to provide some kind of space that feels refreshing, that feels like you can breathe, that feels quiet in a good way, and rejuvenating. A place where you can feel accepted and cozy and have no pressure or expectation to do anything. So speaking of that, if you want to chat, please do. If you don't, then don't. Do whatever you're comfortable with, so you can interact as much or as little as you want. Feel free to chat as we go. I will be looking at it. I'll be reading it, or not. So tonight, every month, I'm going to be doing this, like at the end of every month. So we're kind of reflecting on the previous month and the month coming up. The plan is to do the last Sunday of every month. And I am trying to think of a theme for each live stream. So tonight's theme is awakening. And we're going to talk a little more about what that means in a second. But before we do that, you told me your beverages. Let me know where you're at today. Let's just gauge where you're at. We'll put a number 1 through 5. 1 is like, I feel awful. I'm terrible. 5 is, I feel amazing. So go ahead and throw that in the chat. And we'll just check in how everyone's feeling today. And then we'll kind of transition. Oh, a 4 and a 3.5. That's not bad. Not bad. So I want to start with just a little grounding before we get into stuff. So we'll kind of get in the right mindset. So let's just take... Kara's drinking liquid IV. I probably need that. I think I had 3 sips of water today. Not good. Not good. 2.5. Well, hopefully after tonight, it'll go up by at least 0.25. That's the goal. All right. Let's just do a little breathing here. Let's breathe in. And out. And in. Out. And in. Out. Okay, now that we're reset, I'm going to jump right into a song. And I'm playing the song because copyright. I would play the recording, but YouTube doesn't like that. The YouTube gods say no. But hopefully this feels more like intimate anyways. And as I'm playing the song, just think about the lyrics. Let it just be with it. See how you feel as I'm playing it and what the lyrics might mean, especially for you right now. Oh, thanks, y'all. That's real sweet. Take that, YouTube. How fickle my heart and how rosy my eyes. I struggle to find any truth in your lies. Now my heart stumbles on things I don't know. My weakness I feel I must finally show. Lend me your hand and we'll conquer them all. Lend me your eyes, I can change what you see. But your soul you must keep totally free. How weak my soul. How weak my soul. How fickle my heart and how rosy my eyes. I struggle to find any truth in your lies. And now my heart stumbles on things I don't know. My weakness I feel I must finally show. In these bodies we will live, in these bodies we will die. Where you invest your love, you invest your life. Awake my soul. Awake my soul. Awake my soul. Okay. I don't know if any of you guys lived through the 2012 Mumford & Sons Obsession era, but I was in the thick of that in college. So that was really, I listened to that song a lot. And how it came up for me was very, it kind of connects to what we're talking about tonight, which is awakening. And I went through a period in college, as most people do, of change. A lot of things are changing, things are shifting. You will start meeting different people and like seeing things from different perspectives. Yes, there's lots of good harmony in the Mumford & Sons songs, for sure. So, yeah, lots of things are shifting when we go through like that phase or any different phase. And I just remember I have a very strong memory with that song when I was going through the thick of that, trying to figure out my beliefs and just a lot of changes. And that song really resonated with me during that time. And I think what was happening is there was like all these little moments of like seeds that were being planted. But that was kind of the overall theme, was just like awakening and changing beliefs. And I think that's really how awakening works. We don't just have, most of the time, we don't just have like one moment where we're like, I'm a new person now and I have this new belief, or I've changed so much. It's a series of things that kind of happen. So we're going to think about that today, maybe how that has happened for you or is happening for you right now. Like what kind of things are awakening in you, or what kind of things feel like they're trying to come out. And that song particularly, I think, relates to awakenings because, you know, in the line, how fickle my heart and how woozy my eyes, we're not always grounded. Like we can drift, we can change beliefs. Sometimes we even betray ourselves in what we believe and what we're doing. And so awakening starts with admitting we're not fully anchored. Things can change, things shift. And it's also about holding on hope, because a lot of the times awakening is not a fun process. I think it can be, like, it can be exciting and new, but most of the time it comes from a place of hurt and grief. And I think about this a lot with clients that I work with, and especially trauma, to actually come to terms with trauma and what's happened to us is very important, but also very painful. But the other side of that is healing. So it's a painful process a lot of the time, but that's where a lot of growth can come. I don't think we have to go through painful things to grow. I think we can choose to grow through painful things, and where we can choose not to. But it certainly is a catalyst a lot of the times. So sometimes awakening is freeing, like realizing you need to switch career paths because the one you're in isn't aligning with you anymore, or recognizing your needs, practicing asking for what you need. Things can be very challenging, but very rewarding. So awakening is often very nuanced and includes a mixture of challenging and good feeling emotions. So with that being said, let's go into, I'm right on time. I haven't looked at the time this whole time, but I was like, okay, this is when I'm supposed to, 15 minutes in is when I'm supposed to be starting the prompt. It's 9:15. I'm impressed with myself. It smells really good in here, you guys. It's also very warm. There's a lot of fire behind me. I'm a timely queen, at least in this moment. Usually, no. Okay, so let's get our, whatever you're using to write. And we're going to do 6 prompts tonight. 3 of them are going to be for the future. It really does. It's a mixture of a wide variety of scents. So 3 of the prompts are going to be about the future. 3 of the prompts are going to be about the past. Mostly like the past month, but it can just be the recent past, like the past year or past few years, whatever resonates with you. So we're going to start by looking back. Antonio did a great job designing the background. And hopefully, oh, yes, those are fake candles. But I am worried about this plant. It's fine. Okay, the first prompt for the evening is, how would you describe how this past month has felt for you overall? Yeah, no need to worry about the guitars. The Zoom camera is like opposite of the YouTube camera. So I'm like, I keep thinking it's going to do one thing and it's not. Not used to this mirroring thing. Okay. How would you describe how this past month has felt for you overall? You can just kind of free write whatever comes to mind. It's just to kind of get in the headspace of where you've been the past month. It could be the past month, past few months. What's been going on for you? And I actually have music to play. But if this is annoying, let me know. I'm just going to try it. The only way I could play music on here is to like create a video to share the video just so I could have the audio, since I can't just play audio. Oh, I'm going to give you like 4 minutes per prompt, 3 or 4 minutes. Class, you need to be listening. I'm just kidding. The prompt is, how would you describe how this past month has felt for you overall? What's been going on? We're just getting in the headspace. It is a cutie little video. It's probably because I did not press share sound. Let's try this again, shall we, class? Oh no, I can't. Wait, I can't share the sound, I guess. Miss Candle. What a great name. I think we're just not going to have music. My backup plan was for you to just choose what songs you want to be listening to, because since this is like, my brand is focused on music, I thought it would be appropriate to have some kind of music, but it is very big sad. It's okay. You can choose music if you'd like for this portion. Pick your favorite playlist. Okay, the next prompt, if you even did the prompt, because I was talking the whole time, I apologize for distracting you, but we're going to move on. I'm sorry. Second prompt, did you notice anything different within yourself this past month, or just in the recent past? Maybe a new belief about yourself that's been emerging, or a new realization, new feelings stirring that you haven't experienced before or in a long time. And I'm going to copy and paste that into the chat because that was kind of a long one. Oh, there's a text limit. All right, good to know. Really is a long question. There we go. It's in the chat. I just realized how you're welcome. Yeah, welcome, student. I just realized how badly worded that question is. And I think it's because it was just a thought vomit note that I was making. So the grammar is really bad, but hopefully you get the gist. Thanks. You are the grammar queen, so that means a lot. Okay, the last prompt is, what do you think hasn't been working for you in the past month, and what do you think has? This can be like ways you're approaching something. I'll put this in the chat. Or ways you're approaching something, ways you're thinking about something, ways that you have been even like taking care of yourself, or ways that you've been not. What has been going, another way to ask this, I guess, what has been going well and what hasn't been going well? Okay. Pencils down. Those are the first 3 prompts. So let's take a few minutes to, if you want, share maybe what came up for you. It could just be like one word, it could be a sentence, it could be like a thought you had, what you felt writing that. Is if anyone wants to share how that was for you, or their little, maybe any like realizations you had, anything about your prompts. Before we go to our future prompts. I think that for me, I wasn't writing, and I don't know why. I should have been. Felt like I needed to be organizing. But I think for me, a lot of my awakening has been, Lily answered. I'll come back to mine. Realized this past month how much I need to feel in control, to feel safe and secure. And we can't be in control all the time. And I don't like that. Yes. Very true. Realizing that some of my realizations might be not true things, like new unhealthy fixations and worries. Interesting. Like things that you think you're having realizations about are actually maybe not true, or just coming from like an unhealthy place. That's very insightful, both of you. Yeah. You be aware about your awareness, which might be another unhealthy fixation. I don't know. Yeah. And I think for me, it's kind of an ongoing thing, but just reframing how I see myself, that the way that I just define myself to myself is what influences me, if that makes sense. Like if I'm telling myself I'm a confident person, that just means I'm a confident person. If I'm telling myself I'm not confident, that just means I'm not a confident person. So it's really been very aware of my self-talk past month. Good stuff, y'all. Thanks for sharing. You the best. All right, our next 3 prompts. Is anyone listening to music? I want to know what you're listening to. I just feel really sad about this like music thing not working, and I'm gonna figure it out by next month. I was asking ChatGPT how to like play music on YouTube live stream, and it was like giving me all the options, and one of them was using what's it called? It's just a program you download, like a free program, OBS Studio, and it was like, do not do this today. You don't have time. And I was like, oh, yes, sir, I won't. And I tried, and they were right. ChatGPT was correct. I did not have time to figure that out. Okay. The next 3 prompts. First question that is not a prompt. What are you listening to? Are you listening to music? I would like to know. The real prompt is based on Daylist Light Academia reading. Oh, that sounds perfect for this vibe. That is very like candlelighty vibe. Okay, next prompt. I'm going to paste it and read it. Based on the last prompts about things you've noticed that are different this month, which ones do you want to continue to nurture? Like what seeds do you want to continue watering this month? Or what feels important to like bring into the next month? And if there's nothing, then there's nothing. If it was just like things you don't want to bring into next month, write about that. This is also a very weirdly worded question, so I'm trying to make it sound better. Based on the last prompts about things you've noticed, things that you've noticed, new beliefs or new feelings, etc. Which ones do you want to continue to nurture? Purple cat. So we got some lo-fi, we got some chill acoustic. Both fit in the vibe. I'm waiting for someone to say I'm listening to the heavy metal hits 2000. Which I would really appreciate. I think that good for you. You do you. We do not need a specific genre for the candlelight live streams. The next prompt is, what will you need to let go of or confront to make space for that awakening? Or just growth in general? What do you feel like is blocking you from growth in the way that you want to be growing right now? It could be specifically to what you were saying in the previous prompts, like the ways that you're learning about yourself, or it could be just in general. What do you need to let go of to make space? And then we have one more after this. Okay, and the last prompt, we'll just do like 1 minute because it's short. If you had a mantra or like one sentence for to take it with you into the next month, what would it be and why? Well, you don't have to write why. You can just write what it is. Maybe it's something like if you're struggling with focus or something like that. I'm just using an example. Could be something like I am focused and I am focused and I can't think of it. You guys know what a mantra is, right? You know. See if you can base it on like the theme of everything else you've been writing about, if there is a theme. If it's not, and it's a little bit of everything, how would you wrap it up? Okay. And when you're done, we'll do another few minutes of sharing if you want to share anything from those 3 prompts about the future. It could be just like last time, a word, a sentence. It could be just your mantra. I would love to see what was brewing over there. I think mine would be for prompt 2, what to let go of to make space for awakening would be going on my self-talk theme, like believing my negative self-talk, maybe not totally getting rid of it, but not believing it, just letting it pass. I have what I need to act in line with my goals. I love that. I want to focus on flow, going with the flow, and also finding flow in work. I love that too. Those are great mantras. You do have what you need to act in line with your goals. Look where you're at. Look at where you're at, where you came from, where you go, Cotton Eye Joe. All right. So to end things, I wanted to do a little visualization. I've been loving, I guess this is like the theme, I guess. I really like learning about things, but when I'm like actually time to implement it, I don't do it. But I've really been loved learning about visualization, like what's happening in the brain and like how amazing it is for us to visualize things. Like that's why I love visualization, because it's like very woo-woo, but it's also very sciencey, and that's the sweet spot for me. I live there, woo-woo and science. So let's do it. let's do a little visualization. So if you want to close your eyes, if you want to stare at a candle flame, that's actually a really relaxing, meditative thing to do. And we'll just start paying attention to our breathing, letting it slow down, also deepening it a little bit. So picture yourself standing in a wide open field just before sunrise. And the sun is just starting to light up your surroundings. All around you, buried under the soil, are seeds that you've planted. Some are from long ago, some are from recently, some you put there on purpose, and some you didn't even realize you dropped. But just because we don't see anything above the ground doesn't mean there's nothing underneath the ground. Doesn't mean there's no seeds. It doesn't mean there's nothing going on. In the stillness, you notice the earth shifting a little bit. And tiny sprouts start to reach up without anyone telling them to. No one's forcing them to grow. Nothing is rushed. And you don't have to do anything with these seeds right now. You don't have to dig them up to check on them. You don't have to pull them into the light. So just embody what that feels like, just to observe these sprouts coming up and not feeling like you have to force them or water them or do anything. These sprouts represent lots of different things. They can be your thoughts. They can be things that you do. So trust that those things are growing and that they're going to bring you somewhere. You don't have to always be forcing it. You just have to stay awake and aware and stay with yourself and trust that the seeds you planted know how to find the sun. We'll take one more deep breath here. And as we breathe out, imagine roots going into the ground from your feet, reaching down. You're grounded, even if you can't see it. And when you're ready, slowly blink your eyes open if they were closed. And bring this feeling, whatever it is for you, hopefully it's a positive one, of knowing or peace or of rest. Just imagine it staying within you and going with you into the rest of the month. And that's it for today's live stream. I love that you guys were here. That makes me very happy. The plan is to do this every month. The next one will be on June 1st. So usually I try to do the last Sunday of every month, but the way that month lines up, June 1st works best. If you want to stay connected, join my Discord. And you can also see all my links on my YouTube bio and my Instagram bio. And you can also sign up for my email list. I send out monthly newsletters. You can do that on my website. So June 1st, next live stream, we'll have a new theme. And I hope everyone feels like chill. Just like, and I thought Sundays would be a nice day to do this because it's a great way to just, people get the Sunday scaries. I get the Sunday scaries. So it's like a nice way to just kind of wind down before the week starts. Okay, And I also in the future, hopefully I'll have more events and like watch parties and gaming nights, more live streams, stuff like that. So stay tuned. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Have a good night.